day 11 of the 90-day video challenge, and today is what do I do in the face of failure? How do you cope? I would imagine it's about how do you deal with those situations. And if I have to be honest, the first thing I would highly recommend is get yourself a great partner. I have my wife Amy, and she is really that rock that holds this family together. When we've been in our very difficult times recently with, as you know, the real estate project, there were times that I just wanted to curl up in a little ball and, stop the world and get off. It was just too much. It was just too intense, and at times I felt I was going to have a heart attack or something like that. But Amy was always the one that took a sensible look at it. And Amy has taught me one of the things I've learned from Amy is that you need to really sit down, take as many deep breaths as you can. She's trying to teach me this tapping technique where you tap and you tap all these meridians. I'm still learning, but it's a tapping process. And when I sit with her and we do that, there's definitely a calming effect that takes over, and it brings a bit of comfort to you and gets rid of that angst that you feel. So that tapping solution, I certainly want to follow that up more. But the big thing is to take deep breaths, get yourself under control, because there are times when those failures really take over and everything just short circuits in your body and you don't know which way to turn. Take a deep breath, and the best advice I've got is really look at what is the worst that can happen, and collect those worst things that could happen to you, and make a list of them. Such as the bank could take our house. And examine each one. If that happens, what would you do? It's amazing, because by taking each worst case scenario, examining it, and asking yourself the question, if that happened, which way do we turn and what do we do? I believe that brings a lot of sort of sanity back to the situation where you're feeling totally out of control. You've examined the worst, you've looked at what you can do, and you realize it's not the end of the world. There's a way out, and there's always a way out. So collect those things that are making you anxious, even if you write them down, and ask the question of what's the worst that can happen. And then once you've got what the worst is, you can say, well, what's our life going to be like when that happens? And it's amazing the effect it has, and the positiveness it brings back into a world that's become insane for you. All right, it's not very structured or anything like that, but that's how we deal, and I deal with it. Chat tomorrow.